Yikes. I Saw the TV Glow is the newest film distributed by A24, and the sophomore effort from director Jane Schoenbrun, who previously did We're All Going to the World's Fair, which is a film that I wasn't too crazy on, but at the same time, with that movie, I could see their potential moving forward. In this movie, a classmate introduces teenage Owen to a mysterious late-night TV show, a vision of a supernatural world beneath their own. In the pale glow of the television, Owen's view of reality begins to crack. Everyone seems to be loving this movie. In fact, some are declaring it the best movie of the year and the defining film of our generation, which is why it pains me to say that I am just not on the same wavelength as this movie whatsoever. In fact, I can't recall a more taxing experience in a theater. I tried to connect with it, but at the end of it, I was just left with a feeling of emptiness. I love when a movie takes risks, asks bold questions, dissects grander ideas that are often shied away from. I think that's something that A24 has been very great at promoting and part of what makes them so successful today. However, it's one thing to present bold ideas, and it's another thing to effectively execute them. And in the case for I Saw the TV Glow, it often plays it way too safe to tap into anything interesting. Ironically, for a movie that focuses on identity as much as this one does, I couldn't help but feel like no one involved knew what kind of movie they wanted to make. It lacked identity itself, which resulted in everything for me coming off as underdeveloped and a mix of poorly conceived concepts that never fully got fleshed out. There are a ton of interesting directions it could have been taken here and moments of brilliance, but it was all too bland for my taste. None of the pieces really ever came together fully to craft something cohesive. I love the concept of exploring childhood fears as well as the tokens that we hold on to from our past almost as a sense of security. In this movie, that's shown through the lens of a TV show that the lead characters are very invested in, the pink opaque, in line with shows from the late 90s such as Goosebumps and Are You Afraid of the Dark that were marketed towards kids with an edge to them. Shows that were very wacky and dark in tone, but visually vibrant and entrancing in its presentation. Full sequences were shot and edited for this fictional show within the movie, and much of the film revolves around these characters' obsession and strong attachment to its material. This idea of the things that once brought us immense joy now holding new meaning. How over time we grow distant to what we were once completely consumed by. How it can lead to questioning our reality as we once knew it. The fears of life slipping through our fingertips before we can even realize they've come and gone. Those are all very interesting ideas that, if captured right, can make a very compelling narrative. But it's almost as if there was no vision past the initial concept, so the same ideas were rehashed over and over and over again, to the point that it just got exhausting. It feels like we're introduced to these characters in a very interesting place in their life, and then suddenly they change, but there isn't a rewarding journey or downward spiral of events to lead to where they are by the end of it. Everything just happens. Again, it plays into the themes I mentioned earlier of life passing you by in the blink of an eye, but there is no exploration of this that goes deeper than surface level. And the characters remain so one-dimensional throughout the entirety of the movie that it's hard to really feel any sort of emotional connection with them when they're going through this transition. Nothing feels earned, and it felt like I was kept at a distance the entire time instead of pulled closer to really get a look into what these characters were thinking and what they were feeling. And I understand that this is a movie that is dealing with themes that I cannot directly relate to, and maybe for the correct audiences that go into this movie, who are maybe dealing with some of the more specific ideas in this movie, they'll be able to pull something away from it that I didn't. But for me, I can only judge it off of my experience, and there wasn't any of that attachment or connection present whatsoever. In terms of art house cinema, this movie has the structure, it has the bones, but none of the meat to bite into to leave a lasting impression. I do have to give it credit as it is very aesthetically pleasing. It has a great visual presence and really taps into the mid to late 90s look that it was going for. There's no shortage of entrancing imagery and neon dipped cinematic flair. It's just unfortunate that narratively speaking, it's very static. An idea is only as good as its execution, and in regards to I Saw the TV Glow, it seems as if it was so hyper-fixated on being unapologetically weird that it forgot to do anything interesting with its material. That being said, it definitely seems to be resonating with many, and if that is your thing, then more power to you. Just for me personally, I wasn't able to get on board with the narrative at all. I didn't feel like it ever really fully came together into something that was worth investing in. This was definitely a very personal story to tell for Schoenbrun and their personal experiences, and for that I give them credit for telling the story that they felt drawn to tell. I definitely have more respect for it than I actually enjoyed the movie, and as with every movie, if it piques your interest enough, I still encourage you to check it out and form your own opinions. My thoughts and my criticisms are only here to help you make a more informed decision about the movies that you decide to watch, not completely veer you away from them or towards them. For you, this could easily be a movie that you watch and it changes your perspective on life. For me, it was 2 hours I'll never get back, and a film that I don't know I'll ever be returning to. But with all that being said, I'm gonna have to give I Saw the TV Glow a 4 out of 10. No. Wait. Guys, as always, make sure to comment down below. Let me know if you've seen this movie. What were your thoughts on it? Did you like it more than me, or are we in the same boat? Also, tell me, what is your favorite A24 movie to date? Make sure to leave a like on the video and subscribe if you haven't already. And until next time, I'll see y'all later. Peace out.